Yo, we in the building with special guest in the building. Coffee, what's good?
Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for having me.
It's, it's good. It's good to talk to you. We're gonna have a dope conversation about battle rap and all kinds of good shit.
We definitely
Oh
gonna have a dope
yeah.
conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm
So,
ready. Bring on the
Uh,
content. Let's do it.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So like for me, like I don't know, like I really love battle rap coffee. My name's Mines. Like for me, I think battle rap's one of the things on the planet that is one of the dopest things that we got, especially as niggas. Like for me, it's a special art form that allows us to be free in our minds, like allows our intellect to be valued. And I think that means a lot to me because in this world, we definitely, as niggas, our brains and minds and creative abilities aren't valued. And for me, battle rap, it really allows me to escape like the real shit in my life and really be around dope thinkers and to really turn up and have fun. For you,
Mhm.
what does battle rap mean to you? Like, has it changed from like the beginning of your career now that like has politics gotten involved that took away maybe some of your original love? Or what does battle rap mean to you right now? Like on most days?
Well, I mean, this for me is still new. November will be 2 years for me battle rapping. So,
Right, right.
right now I just really count this all as a trial and error. It has its ups, its downs, its pros and cons, but don't everything in life, you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it's really not that. Battle rap. Okay, so I ended up getting into this because I used to do competitive spoken word poetry, which is
That's love.
basically like the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be
Yeah.
honest, it's like the same thing. So me being a fan of battle rap and kind of losing touch with like the spoken word poetry side of it, I just
Mhm.
ended up trying to do battle rap, and then it's just becoming what it is. Like I said, this will be the second year for me. This is actually the first year I took this many battles. So
That's
this is
fire.
all very, very brand new to me. My first year, I had two battles. This year I have had Danny Myers, Miss Lisa,
Crazy.
Yasmin, C3, and I still have three more battles left in the year. So this is all brand new to me. So I'm still having a lot of fun. I'm finding myself still figuring out a lot of different things, working on different things. So it's still fun to me right now, to be honest.
That's
You
what's
know,
up. Like,
it's
All right.
competition to
that's
me
good to
right
hear.
now.
yeah.
So
That's
let
good
me
to hear.
let me ask a
Go ahead. Go
question
ahead.
before y'all go. This is true to answer. You said you battled Danny Myers, right?
Yeah,
So
I just battled him January.
all right. So what did? Because everybody tells me that Danny Myers is like he's real competitive. He don't care if you're a male or a female. He gonna give you the same work. So what did you learn for battling Danny Myers? Because Geechee Gotti said he learned a lot from that battle when he battled Danny Myers.
Yeah. For me, that was my first vet battle. That was the biggest battle of my career. So I really learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I learned,
Yeah.
Okay.
the difference between a vet and a rookie for sure. And I'm still learning it as we go, like with people like C3. You know what I'm saying? Battling Danny showed me it's more to this shit than just being tight with your bars.
Yeah.
Like you got to have more than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like seeing that in the building and on cam, that battle also taught me that too, that the way it looks
Mm.
in the building can be different than how it looks on cam. I learned that in that battle. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of different
Mhm.
things, my voice control,
Hmm.
breathing control. Like these are all things I never had problems with because I never turned up like that. But I
Right, right,
had
right.
to for Danny Myers. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a
Right.
lot
Right.
from that battle. And I'm, not to be cliche, but you can see the difference in how I prepared for him and how I came for him versus my other four battles. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that battle was fire because it was like a real fight. Like I like the atmosphere was turned up, and I think people was fucking with everybody's different bars. Like now, you coming from the competitive poetry type of background, what's different about the prep though? Like because I know you're creating written content, you're gonna have punches, deliveries. What's different? I know you talked about the crowd control elements, but what's different in the prep between like a match there and then a match and battle rap?
everything in
Hmm.
spoken word poetry, you have a topic and you're all writing about that topic and may the best content win.
Hmm.
Right? When you do battle rap, you're writing about me or preparing for me, and I'm writing about you and preparing for you. Our topics are totally different. We just come in there with the same goal in mind, which is to have the better content. It's like night and day. When I say it's the same as far as lyricism and how you have to find the double entendres and triple entendres and
For sure.
and the rhyme schemes. You have to find a flow and you need to have a cadence, but you also need to capture the room on the stage and move around. It's all the same in the aspects of that. So if you look at I am very comfortable performing. Am I comfortable battling it? No, but I am comfortable performing at a competitive level because this is what I came from, you know?
Yeah,
So
I feel you with that. I feel like then
Yeah.
with that Miss Lisa battle, you got crazy. Like I felt like you were comfortable and like you had performance, you had your lyricism, you had witty bars and all that type of stuff. That I thought that was a classic where you're able to display a lot of your skill set and how it progressed. For you, did you
Thank
feel like
you.
something different? Was there something different when you came to that battle? Did it click, or was it just you were in your bag? Like,
No, so that battle was different because that was my first time ever battling outside of California.
right.
So the pressure of making sure that I go and be the first female from the West Coast on We Go Hard was enough pressure. Being the first lady of the Mafia right behind Geechee Gotti, that's more pressure. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Having all these classic performances or growing performances, you know, it was just a lot of pressure. So the way that I prepped for that and you know, try to just like you said, I tried to show a variety of different things that I can do. Switch up the flows, go scheme. Now let me punch a little bit because everybody was critiquing me for scheming too much. So I try to punch more, and you know, I'm trying to listen to what people are telling me to become the greater person or greater battler I want to be. You know, so
That's
that
love.
battle
That's
was just
fine.
trying to show an array of things because. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
you good. You good, go.
You good?
So
We
yeah,
lit.
but okay, so we picking up. It was Miss Lisa. What was that prison bar? Yeah, that prison song bar was crazy. Oh yeah. That's what it was. So like you displayed your believability and some tools in the Miss Lisa bar. You said that it was the pressure of the writing environment kind of elevated your performance, and We Go Hard definitely rock with you.
Yeah,
You have your
facts.
phone. Yeah, that's
And then you know, also for me to get that look, Steams really put his name on the line for me to get booked out there just so early in the game. So you know, it was the pressure of that too, like just making sure I put on something classic for City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's love. That's
So
love. And Miss Lee, and salute to Miss Lisa. Like she fought. Like I mean, I
Oh
had
my
you,
God.
getting that clear, but I think her performance and the way that she fought makes it a battle that has great
yeah, she didn't
replay value.
die. Like yeah, she didn't
Yeah,
die. She said some shit. You know, so it's still facts.
yeah,
Salute
good
to
shit.
her.
Good shit.
Hey, Coffee. This is Rain. Appreciate you coming up, and really appreciate that. I see you coming up in the culture. I got a couple quick questions for you. One question: whenever you were first coming up in the culture, did you? I know that you were moving over from spoken poetry, but did you consider the state of female battle rap, or was it just something you wanted to get into, so you didn't really have any expectations
Well,
whenever you first came
so
in?
like over here on the West Coast, there really isn't much female battle rap, you know, let alone
Right.
battle rap as a whole. It's barely starting to pick up over here. So
Right.
me already being involved with Geechee and like everybody from the Mafia pretty much before battle rap, just on a personal level, like that's my cousin's best friend, you know.
Right.
And seeing them do it, that's why I jumped in. I never considered the state of female battle rap. I never considered what was going on in it, who doing what. And even to this day, I still don't. I do my own thing. Like I have nothing to do with anything else going on. I'm gonna make, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I look at this shit. Like regardless of how everybody feel about the culture as a whole, it doesn't stop me from doing what I'm doing as a competitor. So, you know, I
Right.
never took
Right.
that into consideration when I jumped in and I still don't take it into consideration now, you know, so.
Right.
But do you feel any? And I know you're saying that you don't take into consideration, but do you feel any like pressure, or do you see like that? Because I mean, you got a little buzz. I mean, there's actual mainstream media, talking about you. Like I saw Caps made a post about you and said to check out your battles. So do you feel any pressure, like in the fact that female battle rap is elevating now that you're getting the exposure? Because people actually are in tune to your battles and what you're saying, and they're seeing the growth and the progression, and people are even asking what's going on with Queen in the Ring now. They're like, when is that coming back? Because they want to, they want. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, quick edit before you jump right in there. King, can you mute up real quick your background? Hey, King?
Yeah, my bad. Damn, I thought.
No, can you mute up real quick, bro?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, sorry about
Okay,
that.
no, go ahead.
Yeah. Basically, what I was saying is, now that you're getting a little buzz, like in that mainstream bloggers are actually starting to, recognize what you're doing and your talent out here, and people are starting to talk about the current situation of female battle rap, and they're asking about Queen of the Ring and why there was no female battles on the Summer Madness card, why there were no female battles on the RBE card. Do you feel any like added pressure now that people are starting to actually notice you and question what's going on with female battle rap, because we actually have people out here with talent?
No, I mean the pressure is gonna be here regardless because I'm only like 8 battles in, and it's like you said, the buzz is starting to pick up right in my learning. Like I'm still in my learning phases, so I
That's
don't think
Right.
that the
yeah.
pressure of like the female battle rap culture or any particular leagues affects me and how I'm performing. Like I said, as an individual, my home league is the Riot LA, which is out here, in California, and we're dropping content. We're having successful events. We have battlers traveling to come over here. Like, it's love. So I don't really feel like it adds any extra pressure because it's not something that I'm checking for. It's not something that I wrap myself up in to bother with. You know what I'm saying? I just stay focused on what I'm
Right.
supposed to do. So
And then
yeah.
do you have any desire to battle any of like the top or the higher tier like female battlers? Like, is there anybody that you want right now, or anybody you're working towards, or it could be male
Oh
battlers too?
yeah, no,
I mean,
like
obviously you
yeah,
have a
for
couple male
sure.
battlers
I
under your
want to
belt.
see. I for sure want to see. Vixen the Assassin.
She's
Okay.
fire.
I want to see Mulatto. I want to
Fire.
see. Vet Wise. I want to see Miss Hustle. I want to see. QB. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? E Heart. These is all people. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you want to battle with. People that you think Penn is elite because that's what's gonna push up Penn. That's where Danny even came from. I wanted that challenge. So yeah, of course I want to see them, coming down, eventually. But
Yeah, I
like I'm
think
just learning right now, so I ain't picky. I'm learning. I'm trying to,
right,
I'm trying to take my time. Everybody trying to
right. It is crazy though, Coffee, because you've had a really quick ascendance in battle rap. Specifically when you looked at your matchups. I mean, you had Danny Myers, like you talking about, you still learning, you still evolving. You had Danny Myers in the crazy back and forth. You had AR-14, who's respected on the West. I mean, that's a really dope battle. And then you just had Robin Rhymes in Initiation, and then you had C3. So like, I know you're still learning and stuff, but those some crazy matchups. Can you speak on how do you feel about your battle against Robin Rhymes on Initiation? Can somebody unmute Coffee?
That's crazy. Stuff.
Oh, you can hear me now. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
hear me.
but yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, I just had the first female PG on the West Coast.
That's fire.
Made history with that, so that was dope. So the Robin Rhymes battle, that was probably the most pressure I've had in a long time being on like a URL stage. I didn't think it would affect me until I went up there and it affected me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But like, it's a good battle. Like, I really hope they drop that shit. Like, that battle is going to be so good on cam. You know what I'm saying? Because Robin Rhymes had just came back from like a 3-year hiatus or whatever the case was. And, you know what I'm saying? And then for me, I'm just getting started. So for me to be able to be the reason that history is even taking place, that was just crazy pressure right there. But overall, like, I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I rebutted all 3 rounds. Got through material. We had a little mishap in my second round where she was talking through my shit and I wasn't about to have that. So I did stop and ask her, like, what's up? Shut the fuck up, and went back into my round. But other than that, like,
that Cali came out real quick.
This my home. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to do that at my house. Like, come on, man. What's up with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, the battle was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had a lot of raw emotion in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She pushing and shoving me. They want to break the battle up. Like, it was fire. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love.
Oh, that's fire.
Battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a real good battle. And then, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, Coffee. I wanted to ask, is there any preparation that you do? Because I noticed, like, in your Danny battle, you had like people heckling you like in the 3rd round and stuff. So is there any preparation for that? Like, whenever you're going into the battle, that you do extra to kind of help? Because I noticed, like, you're getting better with getting through the material clearly and dealing with the background, especially whenever you were at We Go Hard. So is there any extra preparation you do for that?
No, I just prepare for the worst. I think Danny's wife was by far the worst fucking experience I've had. Oh my God. Like, but after dealing with somebody like that, I don't think it's really nothing in the crowd or anything that my opponents can really do. I mean, they're not going to try too much with me anyways. I don't really come off as the type to like be pushed around or even touched. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, so other than that, like aside from people in the crowd saying shit or something like that, It's really nothing else I do. I can freestyle, so it's nothing for me to stop and address you real fast and get back to what I'm getting to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, no, it's a part of the experience. It's nothing
That's what's
extra
up.
you can
Right.
do.
So
Yeah.
does the freestyle is like ability? Because like I mean, you had Robin Rhymes on initiation, and then you had a short prep window to come back against C3.
And then 2 weeks before Robin, I went to Toronto. Let's not forget Coffee versus Yasmin on Beast Mode. It's out on YouTube
Yasmin,
right
that's
now.
right.
Yep, first girl from the US to ever headline in Toronto. So that's more history.
Yeah, you wildin', Coffee. That's what's up.
No, but yeah, but me and C3 was one round, so it was
Okay.
easy to do the prep for those two at the same time, pretty much.
On Coliseum, right?
That was on Coliseum. Yep,
Okay. Yeah. How'd you feel that performance went?
that one was fire. They have that as battle of the night. Jazz have me edging it, but then of course, like Drugs got C3 edging it. So it's a
Okay.
one rounder. I think everybody wins. And we both came and did our shit. C3 showed why she a vet, and I showed why I'm that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But it's a good battle too. Like that shit, yeah. I hope that drops as well.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, so
All right, yeah.
I wanna ask you something. Like that what's her name? What's the brother's name? Official. She's retiring. So how do you feel about somebody like Official retiring? Because she's a stable in the female battle rap. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I just feel like the lane is wide open. I feel like I wish her well in all her ventures. Of course, I wanted to battle her at some point, but I also understand how artists that become battle rappers get stuck as battlers, and so I understand when they try to step out of that frame to change the image a little bit as well. So of course, I wish her well, being another female artist that also raps and battles. But for me, I mean, it makes me sad, but also lets me know the lane is wide open for somebody else to slide in. I mean, like, who's really putting in work right now to fill that spot? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it just makes me a little more hungry for it,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. How important do you think it is to know the culture? I mean, obviously you came from doing the poetry, so you had a little bit more experience. But if somebody new is coming in, how important do you think it is to study like the history of the sport? Like I consider it a sport, but the history of the sport before you actually get into it. Do you think it's important at all? Because we get a lot of new people that are like, I don't care who was here. I'm just worried about what's going on now.
I mean, when you say like know what's going on in the culture, do you mean like the politics side, or you mean like what battles is going on, what battles is dropping? Like, what do you mean?
Not necessarily the politics side. Like I'm gonna give an example. Like say like a male battle comes in and they've never seen or they don't know who like Murder is, or they've never seen any of his battles. Like, do you think stuff like that is all right, or do you think or do you think it's not important to really study like the history? Like you can just make it with just coming in the game and not really knowing who's on top or what they've done in the game or any of their accolades.
I think it's important to have a balance of both. I think you need to be familiar with what's going on to an extent, as far as like, main people, like I guess you would say top tiers. Because I mean, I guess that's what the goal is. We all in it. Some people are in it just for the competition. Some people in it just for the bag. Either way, both of them are at the top tiers. So you have to know who you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the end goal of why you're doing this? Even if it be just for the competition or to travel, whatever, you still, you know what I'm saying? You got to know who you're rapping to. Like you even have to know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? In my Canada battle, it's going to be a lot different than my other battles. I'm trying to joke. I'm trying to reference things that I have I don't know nothing about. Like, you have to know who you rapping to. So I think it's important to have a balance of both, because every rap style doesn't work for every crowd, every platform, or every opponent. So,
Speaking of having to, prepare differently, we talked about what it meant to, like how you have to, prepare according to different crowds and things like that. But what about the male versus female, the gender difference? Like you have these battles against aggressive men. You have battles against females as well. Do you find do you have a preference for one or the other in terms of the gender matchup? And how do you have to, separate and differ out your preparation?
So when I first came in, I was battling majority dudes. So of course I was like, man, I want to battle a female. And so then I started battling females. Like I think I battled 3 girls in a row, and then I have a dude finally again, the end of August. So I think for me, of course, you prep totally different for a dude than you do for a female.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a preference, I always prefer to rap with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, the whole, like, trying to call me a hoe or a bitch or a slut, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For
So
sure.
it's like, because it's going to get dry. So the way that I look at it is like this. It's like, with a dude, with somebody like me, you have to rap with me. Because if you try to come and joke with me for 3 rounds, it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Or if you try to come and just rap straight at me about being a bitch or a hoe, that's not going to work either, because that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's what every nigga does when they battle a female. So I always prefer to battle a dude because of the challenge of me having to come with a new angle for a dude every time I battle one, and to make them try to come with a different angle versus all the coffee flips, which any gender is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't do the bitch or hoe scheme. You can't really try to sweet talk me the whole time. I'm really thugged out, so it don't work out.
She said I'm really
talk that shit.
You gotta
talk
figure
that
it
Cali
out.
shit, nigga. Talk that Cali.
Yeah, since you was just talking about the coffee flips, how did you get the name? I'm just curious. How did you get the name? Do you like pick a rap name like right when you decide you want to do it, or is that a nickname you had like your whole life?
No, I've been coffee my whole life.
Okay.
I've been coffee my whole life. I can't tell you the trick because then people gonna have all the bars and shit, and it's already bad enough. So I'm not gonna say why, but I'm just gonna say I've been coffee my whole life, and I'm gonna just let them have fun with their little Folgers, Starbucks, Frap Maca, Frappuccino.
So,
yo, you might have to tell me that story later though. I might have to hear that because it sounds like it's funny.
Oh, good.
So what dudes do you want to battle? Since you say you like battling dudes more, what dudes is on your hit list?
Damn, I don't even have no dudes on my hit list right now.
You gotta get a hit list, Coffee.
I do. I gotta get one, but because I booked 9 battles this year, so I really don't have nobody else I desire to battle. Like, I'm trying to chill. Maybe I'll have one like mid next year or something. Like,
I'm gonna say this. Like, I think you can beat Mulatto Black. Like, that's easy. Like, you got that.
I just want that because I just watched her have that standout battle versus Speed Dollar or whatever.
Are you able to talk about who you got next?
Say it again.
Are you able to talk about who you got next?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have Poetic Genius in Colorado the end of August.
I don't know who
he
that
battled
is.
like Gwitty. He battled Gwitty. He had like 2 PGs on the West. And he's battled some other people. I haven't really did much research on him yet. I probably need to, but I'm chilling right now. But yeah, he's cool though.
So being from the West, and being Mafia, like, what's it been like to watch like Geechi's ascendance? Like, it's been crazy. Like, for me as a battle rap fan, like he's a nigga that got believability, authenticity. He talks that real shit, but he has an underrated pen, I think. And I think we're seeing him evolve in real time. People made critiques about him, looking down. We see him against JC, looking at this nigga while he killing him and shit like that. What's it been like to see this like fast rise? Like, did y'all know this was coming for sure? Like,
I mean, this was all manifested. Like I said, it'll be 2 years for me in November, battle rapping. I just became Mafia, like, officially, like, the end of last year. You know what I'm saying? So, Geechee had always been working at it, but before him was Eli the Mayor, which is, he don't even battle rap like that, but that's like our bigger, like our brother. He also
had a fire battle on URL, I think.
Exactly, versus 6500. Yeah, and some other ones. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, we've been working toward it, and it's like, Gotti of all people, most humble nigga. He works hard. He's a cool, he's even-sided. He's fair-headed. He deserves it, and he works for it. So we all been waiting for it. It just finally happened for us. So we just happy to see the nigga growing. We pushing him, supporting him. You see, like Tech Nine said, we 100 Crips deep every event. Like, we gonna support this nigga. We gonna push him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
yeah, y'all had that nigga skip.
Let me ask you something. How did you feel when Geechee Gotti bodied Tech Nine the way he did? How did you feel?
Did we not know that was gonna happen though?
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's a fact.
I mean, but I didn't think, because Tech Nine be talking all this Cash Money critique shit. Like, this nigga,
we saw it coming.
This
Yeah,
nigga
this
Geechee
nigga trying to
Gotti.
back her in the corner. Come on.
Hey, look, this
Bro,
nigga
nobody
Geechee Gotti
even
see
really
off.
wanted to see the battle. We
Mhm.
wanted to see it just to shut him up. Nobody thought
That's
for
a
one
fact.
second that
That's a
Gotti
fact.
coming fresh
Not
off
even
of
one.
JC like that was about to have anything done to him by Tech Nine, bro. Like
That
it just
nigga
wasn't.
Geechee Gotti sea walked all over Tech Nine
And the
bad.
thing is, we could have really did that battle anywhere, and it even if the crowd reaction was not as crazy because his hood wasn't behind him, Tech Nine material still was not going to withstand what he wrote for him. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we ain't
Mhm.
gonna act like everybody knew what was gonna happen with that. That's why so many rappers are mad Tech Nine even got the look because it's like, nigga, what have you done besides
Right,
talk
right.
Bro,
shit to get the look?
you know that
Champion.
Geechee Gotti beat Tech Nine so bad they want Tech Nine off a champion now. Like that's
Nah,
that's
That
nah.
that was the bet. So so Tech Nine and Geechee had a bet that if Geechee beat him clearly, he would take Tech Nine's spot for a month on champion. So we wait.
That
That's
was fire to see that.
that's why people are saying that. It's not really that they want him off. People have been following this since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from.
Got you.
I just want to
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I got one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got one last question, Coffee.
Mhm.
I want to ask you this because we asked Next this whenever we had him up here. How long does it take for you to write, and how long does it take for you to memorize your rounds?
I'm still learning. I don't know. Okay, I
Hey,
can say
this
I've
is
been
real.
in
This is
high
real.
stress this past 2 months, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Between June and July, I've been stressed out, and I only had like 3 battles or something. So
No,
I
I,
don't
I
know,
feel you.
man.
Well, let's pretend like you got, because he was saying that his most the most difficult that he has with portion for writing is just the memorization. He says that he was just studying it over and over and over again, but the writing part wasn't as hard. He's like, I wish you could just download it into your brain and know your rounds. So
And
let's
be
say
done.
you got your
Yeah.
rounds done. Like how do you prep for that? Like, do you just keep just over and over and over again, or how many days would it take for you to kind of get
Yeah, I'll
like,
probably go. So between Yasmin and Robin Rhymes, those were both 3-round battles that were 2 weeks apart. So I'm gonna just say 2-week prep for like 2-week prep for a 3-round to get it written and memorized. And I'd say like, and that's hard as fuck to do. I'm not gonna bullshit you because let me tell you what was happening. Even though you can't tell on cam, I'm mixing up Yasmin's old rounds that I already rapped to her
Mm-hmm.
with shit that I'm rapping to Robin Rhymes at that live moment. I know that this ain't the same round, but because you prepping it at the same time and you hear the
like
rhyme
that.
pattern, your brain start throwing that stuff in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I would
Right.
say if I had to pick, I would say I would need at least 3 weeks between each battle. Like I think that
Okay.
that's sufficient to write and memorize and be able to give a full performance to crowd satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? I would say
Okay,
3
okay.
weeks. That
So
for 3
so
rounds.
whenever you're writing right now, like you might think of something in your head for one battle and then think of something in your head for another battle. So you write multiple battles at a time.
Yeah, I wrote 3 battles at a time. I wrote for Yasmin, Robin, and
crazy.
C3 at the same time. And
I
right
can't
now
do
I'm
that.
writing for I'm writing for the guy in the end of August, and I have another battle the end of September. So I'm writing for those 2 at the same time. Technically, my one for October as well, because October is really my heaviest opponent. So I'm actually writing for 3 again.
Damn.
Okay.
Do that thing, bro. You an OG for that, cause I get everything you used doing all that. Like,
Well, you just write in random bars as you going and coming up with shit. So by the time you
Right.
get to the time to perform, when you're getting like 3 weeks out, you just start bridging everything together, moving shit around. You got your rounds done. You know what I'm saying? And it's on to the next one. You already done laid a format. So
that's
it
a
works.
Right. No, and I feel that. Because I mean, I'm not a battle rapper, but I actually might have like one phone battle just for fun. So like sometimes I'll be at work and I just think of a bar about the nigga and I'm like, pause. And I'm like, yeah, that nigga gonna die to this.
Yeah, you just write it down, keep going. And then I think about my next opponent, like, damn, that's fire for her. Put that down.
Right,
That's
right.
fire for him. And by the time you go back, because it's time for that battle specifically, you already have so much shit. And then you still are coming up with things because now you tunnel visioned in on that opponent. It's done.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So it works out that way for me. I don't know about Next. That's my bro though. Shout out him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Next
Next
is
is-
fire, man. He got crazy.
Next
We
is
really got
funny.
crazy at it
Yeah.
too. Like,
Hey, he did. He snapped at initiation. No bias, because he battled my mafia bro, Ron Compton, you know what I'm saying? But he snapped.
yeah.
That's a fire battle too.
Ron Compton's fire, bro.
he is fire.
I'm sorry. I got one last question for me, and then I'll let y'all take over. But are y'all? I know you coming from the poetry. Are you making actual music like on a beat too? And if so, where can people find that at?
I am. I have an EP dropping this fall. I
Okay.
have a SoundCloud. You can find me on SoundCloud, Coffee Brown. You can just look that up. On YouTube, the letter Y, the letter U, Love Coffee. I got freestyles, music videos on there. But majority of my music right now is on SoundCloud. But my EP, I'm gonna make sure that that's on all the major music platforms. I'm just playing around with all this stuff right now. You know, people been asking me to hop on beats, so I love hopping on beats. So I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So we playing around and working and seeing what works out. You know, so for sure you can find me on YouTube, the letter Y, U, Love Coffee. Same as my Instagram and my Twitter. And Coffee Brown on SoundCloud. It's like 11 songs on there or something like that. All original.
I'll follow you on SoundCloud. I got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, salute.
So one real quick follow up. Like you're a competitor right now. You still an active competitor in battle rap right now. But in terms of other artists and the quality of work that other artists put out that you respect, who are some of the MCs in battle rap right now that you like watching or you think are really dope? Like,
of course, Geechee. It's always fun to watch him. Like you said, he's growing, so that shit inspires me to grow every battle too. Watching Twerk, you know, he's so young, but he has so much star power. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Like just his, you know what I'm saying? Watching him perform is crazy. I think he's great and he's active. You know, Nitty. I mean, he's been around, but he's really barely starting to get his respect. You know what I'm saying? So I love watching him do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Franchise. I just seen Franchise battle Gaddafi Green at We Go Hard, and he is.
Oh my gosh, that first round was crazy.
Stupid.
You know nothing.
That third.
You know nothing about it.
Third too.
Yes. Filthy.
Hey, Coffee. We got somebody who's listening. Do you still do poetry at all?
I do not. I have not done poetry in so long. No, not really. Not much. I mean, I do some pieces for my family here and there, but not anything like competitive or anything.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
For everybody who's listening, if they haven't seen any of your battles, what battle do you suggest they watch first?
Coffee versus either Miss Lisa or Danny Myers, one or the other. I like those battles. I like my opponents. I like their material. I think it's not biased. It's not one-sided, you know, so I would say one of those.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I think that Miss Lisa battle, yeah, you had some special moments in that one. I think a lot of us were excited to see what quality work you put in the future. I think I gotta personally see you against QB or somebody like that or Miss Hustle because I think you have that rare combination of authenticity and believability with a crazy pen with some unorthodox punching. I think QB standing in front of an opponent that is a female battle rapper that we all respect in the culture that has that believability and a pen that's gonna fight directly at you. I think that has the makings of being a classic. So we'll be tuned in to your work going forward, but that would be a dope match.
Oh yes, I would love that match.
Yeah.
We got a couple more questions rolling through from people listening. One person said, have you ever done an audio battle? Like, have you ever done like a phone battle?
No, I have never done an audio battle, but I am trying to get on Verbal Warzone next.
You can come on. You can come over here and get this smoke. We got you.
Listen, I don't need audio battle sounds scary to me.
A word?
Nah, it ain't that bad.
But you can't even see them. Like how? Like what? So I mean, I
should
would
be easier
good
than
at that
read
shit,
your
though.
bars.
That's what I'm saying. I'm good at that.
Yeah,
that's bars. I'll be straight bars. They tell me I need to pick up my performance, and I'm struggling. Like I don't get that.
I mean, the good thing you can read off your. You know what I mean? Read what you got in front of you.
That's a fact.
Over here,
I'm gonna have to see what's up with that.
Out.
So
Get that BlackBerry out.
So if ever you wanna battle, you come over here. You know, you can get smoked real quick. And
oh Lord,
you don't even sound confident, bro.
People that fire back and forth.
Yo, ask your homeboy Danny. He done battle. He know what it is.
That's
a couple people done
Listen,
battle.
did you see me battle Danny? Do that seem like my homeboy? Are you crazy?
That's a fact.
Fuck out of here, boy.
But y'all
Hey,
battle. Wait, but y'all battle though. It's all West, right?
Nah, they don't know.
Nah, it ain't all West. We don't all know each other over here, just like it ain't all East. We don't all fucking know each other.
Yeah, but the West different though.
It ain't no kumbayas over here.
Nah,
That's a
What
whole
y'all talking
fact.
about?
that ain't all different.
I got a killer in here named Trey. Say he'll smoke your boots. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready to do an audio.
Never.
It ain't never happened. A lot of people say they could do a lot of shit.
Hey,
Talk that
and he
shit,
do.
Coffee.
Oh yeah. Hey yo, and my boy Trey do poetry. So if you want to get smoked with that
Poetry,
too,
yeah,
he got
poetry
it.
shit.
He
can
better
smoke
keep
you
that
with
shit over there. He ain't. We don't want this.
Ah,
Talk-
Keep that shit in the poetry world.
Never.
yeah.
Nah, but Coffee, this has been a dope conversation.
Oh my God.
Appreciate you pulling up.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We'll be watching your work going forward, and we expect greatness. I mean, you've had great moments, and we look forward to seeing how you grow in battle rap. Thanks for going up with you.
So-
We definitely
Thank
gonna
you.
get
I'm gonna
back
try
up.
to keep it going. Look, everybody, make sure y'all follow my social media. The letter Y, the letter U, Love Coffee on Twitter and Instagram, on YouTube as well. And yeah, keep on looking. We got shit still coming out. I'm still doing battles. My last battle is in November, so y'all can expect at least 4 more battles to drop next year, or at least, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep working.